Q&A or if any break if necessary. Right, so now we finished the preparation. We need to finish the writing. And now we go to another stage of the research cycles. It's about publishing. So if you already published the paper, you may go through one of these steps already, but if not, then you should know. The first one is about initial evaluations. Right, initial evaluation. You can get the rejected right now at the first stage. I have experienced to be rejected after a few hours. Right, they just check in, they don't like it, they just reject. And some will give very kind, and some active journal they will give you the results very quick in few days. But some will give you like after 1 month. It's too long. It's not good. The second step is about the editorial assignment. Some journals they need to assign to different academic editors who can take over your manuscript if you pass the initial stage. Right, and at this stage, it will take like about a few days in a week. Right, it's take about a few days in a week. So that's you see if you have good luck, and then you can get it like immediately. For example, the assistant editor will send to the academic editors, and they accept it immediately. Then you get it in just a few hours. But if you the academic editor just say no, I'm very busy right now and cannot handle this, and some say, oh, this is not my field. Some will say like, oh, this is I'm not interested in. Then the assistant editor have to send this paper to many other and get their agreement. Right? At least we have one academic editor, or usually two. So it will take a few days to even a week. Sometimes it's a month. Very difficult. And then after that, if the academic editor say, yes, this is worth to send out to the peer review, and you're lucky. Right? Otherwise, they say, no, this is not interesting study. This is have so many flaws and major issues, then they can reject. So you will get, right, sometime rejected at this stage, just after a few weeks. And if you're lucky enough, the paper will be sent to the peer review. Right, sent to peer review. This one will take few days to few months, right? Especially for some journal very active, they send out and they push the scholar, the scientists, please accept, and so they send like every 2 days, every 1 day, they remind the scholars, the scientists to accept to review it, and they can get the result very quick. But some traditional journals and some very old journals, they send out some old journal is not good journal, right? But some old journal is very good journal. So it depends on journal you target. And if this reviewer, right, they accept, then they start to review it. Sometimes we take long or short, it depends on your luck, your fortune, right? It depends. So question is, around years, what would be the good time to submit your paper? Right? What would be the good time to submit your paper? Around the day, what's a good time to submit a journal? Ask yourself, and I will have to answer sometime later. Right? So after that, we can interact. Interact with mean that we can respond to the reviewer comment and editor comment, and then if they certify, they can accept that, right? And we are lucky to finalize, right? If not, then we have to repeat this again, right? Reviewer add more comment and also emphasize which point is not certified, and you have to fulfill those, and they review it again, start editor review and you, editor review and you. So we go in that circles again and again until your paper is good enough to publish on their journals, right? And this your manuscript can be published immediately in some journals in the accepted format, right? Accepted manuscript. Some will not. Some will go through the production process, and you get it through the English editing and publications, and then you will get your papers online, right? Now, there's some tip for writing and publishing that I would like to emphasize and share with you right now. This is my experience that I'm doing the literature review every day. Every morning I come to my office and I start to open the PubMed and maybe Scopus, Google Scholar. You will check the latest release articles on the website and you do the literature review. Right? And draw your idea. During you reading those literature review, you will figure out, wow, this is a good idea, and you note down and you start to draw it. Right? You start to draw that idea and to see whether you can conduct it in this context. And then if you have data already, then you can immediately, I will try to analyze the association between A and B and to just test whether it's significant or not. So we go to quick analysis and then you polish it later. And immediately you can start to explore the taste of the journal and editor. And you change the research questions, right? Analyze it, you change it, because according to journal, right, you are interested to publish on that journal. And when you have the results over here, that's why I say we should write up immediately the abstract, right? So come up with the title, very attractive one, and writing the abstract and contact the academic editors, right? Send to the editorial office, ask them, right? Ask them, would you like to take this? Would you like to publish this kind of paper, right? And they may send you the feedback. They say, could you modify this? And could you explain this and that? So make sure they understand. You have to respond to them properly. And they will say, okay, good. You can process to submit it when you complete, right? When you complete your manuscript and send to the assistant editor, right? And after that, if they agree, if the academic editor already agree and interest in your, then complete the manuscript as soon as possible. It's better to 1 in 2 weeks, right? 1 in 2 weeks. And some you just complete the data and you got the invitation, and you can try to prepare the manuscript in, before the deadline. Right? For example, many editors and also the journal invite me to submit the manuscript to their journals. So sometimes I have already, and then I can submit it quite quick, right? But sometimes it's on, developing process, then I will take it like 1 month, right? So after that, you create an account, update all of your research area, interest, profile, publication, whatever, on their platform, right? On the journal or publisher platform. And you register as the reviewers, okay? Register as the reviewer. So if you are reviewers, later on I explain why it has some advantage if you are reviewers for the journals. And finally, adhere to the guidelines before you submit your paper, right? So this is one statement, one sentence, that's what I want to share over here. The great enemy of writing is not your lack of the talents or industries or busy day. It's being interrupted by other people, right? Especially for those people who have family, right? You're writing, just sit down and your kid and your wife or husband just shouting or just crying or just, annoys you. So it take, interrupted. You'll be interrupted by other people, right? For example, if you're very good morning, you just walk out your house, and if you meet with very good people who smile at you, right? Smile with you, and you feel, oh, this is a brightful day and very happy day, and you can work very productively. But you meet someone like, wow. So the first kind of like the eyes, then that is a bad day, right? So try to sit down and write a manuscript when you are in a good mood, okay? If you are not in a good mood, don't write. Because if even you write, you still need to revise later on, okay? The coming question is that, what happens if I have bad mood every day, right? So I cannot write? No, you try to, harmonize life and work and try to, keep the good mood sometime to write. Now, so this is you need to draw the idea, okay? During your literature reviews or analysis or conducting the study. Or look at the objective, you have so many dimensions. Okay, so when you look at this one, I just create this one. And what you can draw with this, image, many idea, right? You can draw a train. Even my draw is so ugly, but you got my what I mean. You can draw smoke, right? Or you can draw a chimney, or even candle or cake, right? Now, you can, after you draw this, you will ask like, okay, editor, reviewer, editor, the journal, which one you like? You like chimney, or you like train, right? And even when they look at the train, they may ask you, right? For example, this one, very, very famous one is about the spinning dancers over here. When you look at this one, it's spin to the right or spin to the left. Many of you will see, oh, it's to the right, right? And some, no, it's to the left side. So if you don't draw it, don't analyze it, you're confused because everyone have different, vision. Everyone have different taste, and they say to the right, but I say no, to the left. So sit down, draw it, okay? Draw it, and you may know in which perspective is to the right and which perspective is to the left, even in one, right? Even in one, subject. Okay, so drawing the idea is very important to clarify for yourself and for the team. Right, now, the second one is about the contact editors, right? So just like contact the customers who want to buy your food. For example, you open a restaurant, veggie restaurant, right? And you have resources, you have own material. Can you just cook it and sell? You're lucky if you are famous and easy to eat and you are in the very crowded area, so people can just take your food, your food products, right? You may sell like 90% of them, 80% of them, right? Never 100%. Okay. But now, if you contact the editor, just like you ask the customer, which one you like to order? Juice, salad, boiled ones, or stir fry one. So you can make it, right? So you can sell and save the resources, right? Save the resources is very important. Otherwise, you waste the resources. For example, in one big project, you can write a couple of the manuscript, right? But otherwise, you just write one, you waste quite a lot of resources. It's a lot of money to conduct one study, one research project. So contact the editor is very important. I so excited that for today's webinar, but also another one is about my paper got published just 2 hours before this webinar. You can scan this QR code if you're using the laptop or desktop, and you can use your phone to scan this QR code, and you can read my paper just published a few hours ago. This is take quite long time to publish, about more than 2 months. And this one is, I contact the editors, right? I asked her whether you like to take this manuscript. But I send her the title and abstracts. And even, you know, the editor, they don't really totally understand the context. And so some variable name, they don't quite understand. So they ask me what it is, how to measure this. You know, we communicate. So if you only just submit, they don't understand, they will reject, okay? But you communicate them, you send them the email, send her or him an email. So he will, they will ask you back if they don't understand, or they will ask, could you modify your manuscript in this direction or that, the others? And you have a communication in very short time. I communicate with editor for this paper in only a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, because we have 4 or 5 email to communicate, explain, and get agreements. And after that, you know, we polish our paper and submit to the journal. And during the summertime, so the reviewers, which is like like us, right, who have travels, and some summertime we don't work, so it takes quite a long time. It's more than 1 month or 2 months to complete the first round of the review, right? So think about what time is good to submit your manuscript, right? So you're welcome to read this new publication of our research team, right? Now, this is some of my publication. We publish about more than 40 original articles on 24 international journals. Don't try to publish in 1 or 2 journals. Try to publish in different journals, right? It's safe for you in the future, because nowadays every day we have many journals just close, right? So you have no longer, your article just disappear, or even there, but it's no impact anymore. Okay, so publish in different journals, better. Right, so you may ask from the beginning until now, how I can select a very good journal, which is good for my manuscript, right? So this is some channels, some resources that you can use from Elsevier, from the Research Squares, from the Springer Natures, and Web of Science, all right? So you can use this, you can take the pictures. You can use this link, then when you complete your manuscript, you can search, right? Just enter the title and abstract and search. And you can, they will come up with a list of the journal, which is, you know, likely to publish this type of journal, this type of articles, which is similar to yours, okay?